I'm sorry. Is this seat taken? She asked, standing beside my table with a shy smile. I looked up from my cold coffee and shook my head. No, you can sit. Thanks, she said, sliding into the chair like she'd always been meant to be there. I'm Lena. I'm David, I replied, feeling stupid for suddenly forgetting how words work. She laughed softly. You look like you're waiting for someone. I kinda am, I said. Or maybe I'm just pretending I'm not alone. She looked at me hard for a second. Not in a bad way, like she was reading something in me. You don't seem alone. I am, I said before I could stop myself. I've been that way for a long time. Her smile didn't fade. It softened. Then maybe we could be alone together today. Those words hit something deep in my chest. I nodded, unsure of what else to do. So what brings you here? Bad choices, she said with a grin. And good coffee. I laughed for the first time that week. Same. She leaned forward. Tell me something real about you. I hesitated. I work too much. I trust too easily. And I don't really have anyone. Well, she said gently, you have me right now. I swallowed. Why are you being nice to me? Maybe because you look like you need it, she said, then added, and maybe because I do too. We talked for hours. About nothing and everything. She told me about wanting to escape her past. I told her about wanting to forget mine. You don't look broken, she said. I am, I replied. I just hide it well. So do I, she whispered. When she touched my hand, I froze. Sorry, she said quickly. Don't be, I said just as fast. Please don't be. Her fingers stayed there, warm and real. You feel like someone I've known in another life. I smiled sadly. I feel like someone who's been waiting for you all his life. When she stood to leave, panic filled my chest. Wait, can I see you again? She didn't hesitate. Of course. That night, my phone rang from a number I didn't recognize. Hello, I said. Silence. Then breathing. Then the line went dead. I told myself it was nothing. The next morning, half my savings was missing. A mistake, I thought. A glitch. That afternoon, a stranger whispered my name as I walked past him. You don't know me? I said. He smiled weirdly. I know you plenty. I went straight to Lena. Something weird is happening to me. She touched my face. You look scared. I am. Then stay with me tonight, she said. Whatever's wrong, you won't face it alone. I nodded without thinking. Later, lying beside her, I asked, do you believe love can save someone? She was quiet for a moment. I used to. Do you still? She looked at me in the dark. I want to. The next day, my landlord accused me of missing rent. My boss asked about money I never touched. Someone is ruining my life, I told Lena. She held my head against her chest. No one will take you from me. I wanted to believe her. God, I wanted to. That evening, she stood on her toes and kissed me. It wasn't soft. It wasn't sweet. It was hunger. It was heat. It was everything I ever wanted. I pulled back, breathless. Lena, I think I love you. Her eyes searched mine. You don't even know me. I know enough, I said. You make me feel alive. She exhaled slowly. Then love me anyway. I kissed her again, deeper this time, unaware that the bullet had already entered my heart, and I was smiling while I bled inside. I didn't go to work today, I told Lena as I lay beside her, staring at the ceiling. Again, she asked softly. I just wanted to be with you. She smiled and traced my chest. You're my favorite place to be. I canceled dinner with Jason too, I admitted. Her hand stopped. Your friend doesn't like me. He just worries, I said. He always worries. Do you? About you? Never. She kissed my shoulder. Then promise me you'll stop listening to people who don't know us. I promise. Days passed like dreams. I skipped meetings. I ignored calls. I watched my world shrink until it fit inside her voice. Can I borrow something? She asked one morning while tying her shoes. How much? I asked without thinking. Not much. Just until Friday. I opened my phone. Done. You trust me too much, she said, half smiling. I trust you enough. That afternoon, Jason cornered me outside my office. You haven't been answering, he said. What's going on with you? I'm in love, I said. With a woman who keeps dodging questions, he snapped. Don't start. David, she's using you. I laughed, harsh and loud. You're jealous. Jealous, he scoffed. I'm scared for you. Then be scared somewhere else. He grabbed my arm. She asked about your accounts last week. So, so nobody does that unless they want something. I want her. That's all that matters. She's dangerous. I pulled away. You're dead to me. He froze. Say that again. You heard me. I left him standing there, my heart beating with anger that felt too big to be mine. That night, Lena cried in my arms. Everyone leaves me, she whispered. Even you will. I won't, I promised. Never. Swear it, she begged. I swear. She wiped her eyes. There's someone I want you to meet. Who? A friend. We walked into a polished building where men smiled without warmth. Then I saw him. I'm Mark, he said, shaking my hand with a grip that crushed mine. I hear you're special. I'm not, I said. You were if Lena chose you. I didn't like the way he looked at her. I hated the way she avoided my eyes. So, he said, you run a little business, right? Yeah. Must be tough. She handles stress well, Lena said quickly. Better than anyone. I stared at her. I do. She squeezed my fingers. Of course you do. Mark smiled thinly. You're lucky. Something in his voice made my skin crawl. When we left, I asked, who is he really? Just someone I owe, she said. Oh, forget I said that, she snapped then softened. Please. I held her tighter. I trust you. That night, I woke to silence. Lena. I called. Empty blankets. Cold air. I checked my phone. No messages. No missed calls. I opened my banking app. 0. Every account. Empty. My chest locked. I ran to my laptop. My emails were chaos. Clients canceling. Contracts void. Payments reversed. I whispered her name like a prayer. Lena, answer me. I called again. Voicemail. Again. Nothing. By morning my company was gone. And so was she. I sat on the floor with my phone in my hand, staring at a name that would not light up. Come back, I whispered. Silence answered. And in that silence, something inside me broke clean in half. My phone finally buzzed, but it wasn't her. Your balance is negative, a cold voice said. Overdraft fees applied. I didn't authorize anything, I shouted. Then file a report. The voice replied, already gone. Another call came. You missed payroll, my assistant said. People are walking out. I'll fix it, I lied. A knock at my door. Rent, my landlord barked. I just need time, I begged. Tom doesn't pay, he snapped. I slid down the wall when he left. Jason texted, are you okay? I typed, then erased. Then I wrote, I'm sorry. I hit send and waited for forgiveness to arrive as fast as betrayal had. It didn't. I searched her name online. Nothing. I searched Mark. Everything. Power. Money. Control. My hand shook. She played me. I whispered. The room echoed it back. I laughed, thin and broken. I gave her my life. I said to no one. The ceiling did not answer. The floor did not care. I lay there until the sun vanished and my shadow left me. Only the shape of her remained. And it hurt worse than being alone ever had. They're lying, I said as the cuffs snapped around my wrists. All of it. Save it, the officer muttered. I was shoved into a car like I was already guilty. At the station, a man in a gray suit sat across from me. Name? You know my name? I snapped. He raised an eyebrow. Say it. My name is David, I said. And I didn't do anything you're accusing me of. He opened a file. Fraud. Identity theft. Laundering money through fake companies. Does that ring a bell? No, I said. None of that is me. It's under your name, he replied flatly. Someone used my name? I shouted. Someone framed me. He leaned back. Why would anyone do that? I laughed, shaky and bitter. Because I trusted the wrong person. Who? Her name is Lena. He typed slowly. Relationship. Everything, I said. She was everything. He looked up. That's not an answer. She had access to my accounts. My files. My life, I said. And now she's gone. He studied me like I was dirt. People run all the time. They don't steal millions. I didn't steal anything, I said. He pushed a folder toward me. Read. Contracts. Transfers. Signatures. My signature. Fake. But perfect, I whispered. He nodded. Exactly. I was set up, I said. Everyone says that. I trusted her, I said louder. I love her. He closed the file. Love doesn't clean money. Can I call my lawyer? I asked. You can call anyone, he replied coldly. I dialed Jason. No answer. I called again. Nothing. Of course, I muttered. Trouble with your friend? The man asked. He's my brother, I said. At least I thought he was. The man stood. I'm Detective Roland. And right now, you're standing alone in a bad place. I can prove it, I said. Just give me time. Evidence, he replied. Not feelings. I spent hours in that room. They asked questions. I gave the same answers. They didn't change. You move the money here, one officer said. I didn't sign this. I didn't knew this account existed. No. Then you're either lying, Roland said, or very stupid. I pressed my palms into my eyes. I'm not stupid. Then you're guilty. Let me see her, I said suddenly. Roland frowned. Who? Lena. She's not here. She's always somewhere, I said. Find her. He stood and turned on a television in the corner. Recognize this? He asked. And there she was, standing beside Mark. A black dress, a ring, cameras flashing, a glass of champagne in her hand, smiling like the happiest woman alive. I ran to the screen like an idiot. Lena. Roland watched me carefully. You know that man? Yes, I whispered. He took everything. The reporter spoke happily. Mark Reynolds hosted a private event last night. I punched the screen. Cracks bloomed like blood. That's her, I said, shaking. That's the woman I gave my life to. She seems comfortable, Roland said. She used me, I said. She destroyed me. Roland turned off the TV. Then she's not the one in cuffs. I stared at him. But she's the one who pulled the trigger. He didn't reply. They locked me in a cell. Bars. Concrete. Silence. I screamed her name until my throat burned. Lena. I shouted. Come back. No answer. Jason. I yelled. Please. Nothing. I punched the wall. I kicked the door. I collapsed. I wasn't enough. I whispered. I was just useful. Days passed. No lawyer. No friend. No truth. I heard guards whisper my name like it was poison. He thought he was in love. One mocked. Another laughed. He thought wrong. I pressed my head against the wall and spoke to the dark. You were real to me. The dark did not care. A letter came. No sender. Just one line. You should have known better. I tore it apart. I didn't know better, I said. I just didn't listen. My hand stopped shaking. My tears dried. Something inside me went quiet. I won't die in here, I told the wall. I went in like this, I whispered. I stood up slow and straight. They stole my name, I said. They stole my life. But I'm still breathing. And for the first time since she left, my heart didn't ache. It hardened. Sit, the doctor said. I lowered myself onto the narrow bed and watched him clean the blood off my knuckles. You're healing slow, he said. I keep reopening things, I replied. On purpose. Sometimes. He paused. Pain is easier than thinking. I didn't answer. He introduced himself quietly. Dr. Miles. I don't need a doctor. You do, he said. You just don't trust them. Smart man, I muttered. He smiled once. Smart enough to know silence hurts more than fists. I looked away. You fight every day, he continued. Not your cellmates. Yourself. I lost everything, I said. You lost who you were, he corrected. That hurts worse. Can you fix that too? I asked. No, he said, but I can teach you how not to bleed from it. I scoffed. Sounds like poetry. Sounds like survival, he replied. He wrapped my hand carefully. What did she take from you? Everything, I whispered. Then we start with control, he said. Control what? Your breath. Your anger. Your tongue. My tongue. Silence is a weapon, he said. Use it. I don't know how to shut up, I admitted. You will, he replied. Pain teaches fast. Days passed with small lessons. Breathe slower, he told me during checkups. What? So your heart stops running, he said. I practiced. Look people in the eye, he said. Why? Because fear looks down, he answered. I remembered. Don't beg, he warned. I already did. Then rise from it. One morning, a guard called my name. Mail, he said, tossing a letter into my cell. I recognized the handwriting instantly. My hand shook. I opened it slowly. David, I'm sorry. I never meant to hurt you. I loved you the only way I knew how. Please forgive me. I laughed. Loud. Ugly. She still lies, I whispered. Dr. Miles was there moments later. Bad news? He asked. Worse, I said. Pretty lies. He took the letter from my hand and read it quietly. This isn't love, he said. It used to feel like it. Poison tastes sweet too. I crushed the paper in my fist. I want her to suffer, I admitted. He held my wrist. Wanting doesn't move mountains. Then what does? Endurance, he said. And patience. I laughed bitterly. So I just wait? No, he said. You prepare. For what? For when the world finally cracks, he replied. And she's standing under it. The guard banged on bars nearby. Enough talking, document. Dr. Miles leaned closer. Survive first. Why? I asked. So you can choose what kind of man walks out of here, he said. A ghost or a storm. The words burned. That night, I tore the letter into tiny pieces. I whispered into the dark, you don't get to own my pain. The walls listened. No one else did. Days turned sharp. I stopped shouting. I stopped chasing memories. I watched. I breathed. I learned. When a man tried to pick a fight with me, I didn't move. He punched me. I stood. He punched again. I stared. What's wrong with you? He snapped. I don't waste energy on strangers, I replied. Dr. Miles later stitched my eyebrow. Good, he said. Good. You didn't break. I will, I replied. He shook his head. Not anymore. Another letter came. I didn't open it. I burned it in the sink with my eyes. She doesn't exist, I told myself. My voice sounded different. Stronger. Cold. Dr. Miles met my gaze that evening. You're changing. I am, I said. Into what? I paused. Someone who doesn't bleed when her name is spoken. He nodded slowly. That's step one. Then what's step two? I asked. He smiled without warmth. War. I lay on my bed and stared at the ceiling. I will walk out, I swore. Not as the man she broke, but the one she should fear. And for the first time in prison, I slept without dreaming her face. Sign here, the guard said. I signed without looking. You're clear, he added. Try not to come back. I didn't answer. The gate opened and sunlight hit my face like a slap. I stepped outside. No one waited. No one cared. The city looked the same, which hurt more than if it had burned. Need a place? An old woman asked near the bus stop. I blinked. What? You look homeless, she said. I rent cheap. I'm Mrs. Hart. I just need a bed. Then you found one. Her building leaned like it might give up any day. Inside, the hallway smelled old and tired. You pay when you can, she said. And you eat when I cook. Why? She shrugged. Because you look like you forgot how to be human. The room was small. Cracked wall. One chair. I'll take it, I said. That night, someone knocked. Soup, Mrs. Hart announced. I stared at the bowl like it was a trick. Go on, she said. It won't bite. Thank you, I whispered. Don't thank me, she snorted. Heal. The next morning, a woman sat in the lobby with coffee. She glanced up. You're new. Just passing through, I said. I'm Kate, she smiled. David, you don't look okay, she said gently. Never was, I replied. She slid the cup toward me. You look like you need this. I took it. It was warmer than it should have been. Days passed. I worked odd jobs. Lifted boxes. Cleaned floors. Here, Kate said one evening, handing me leftovers. Don't starve. I'm not hungry, I lied. Then eat for practice. I smiled weakly. One afternoon, someone called my name in the street. David. I froze. Jason. I whispered. He looked older. Broken. Holy hell, he breathed. You're alive. I laughed once. Barely. He grabbed my shoulders. I tried. I swear I did. I pulled back. You disappeared. They threatened me, he said. Mark's people. Anger flared. So you chose silence? I chose survival, he snapped. They had me on tape. Lies. Said they'd bury you deeper if I moved. I stared. He continued. I sent anonymous tips. Letters. Anything I could. I never got them. They erased me, he whispered. Same as they erased you. I swallowed fire. Then why come now? Because he's cracking, Jason said. Mark is cleaning house. And I didn't want you to die unknown. You think I'm dying? I asked. He looked at me. You already did. I laughed bitterly. He killed everything. Jason took a breath. Accept your name. My name is Poison. Then wash it in truth, he replied. How? I'll show you, he said. If you still trust me. I hesitated, then nodded. That night, Kate caught me packing. You're leaving. Maybe, I said. She leaned against the door. Don't go back to whatever hurt you. I can't walk away from it. People who stare in a fire get burned, she warned. I'm already ash. She hesitated. Then don't turn into smoke. What does that mean? I asked. Stay, she whispered. I can't. Promise you'll survive. I always do. She hugged me once, quick and quiet. Come back alive, she said. Jason waited downstairs. Ready, he asked. Not even close. We walked. He spoke fast. Mark owns judges, banks, and silence. What about fear? I asked. Jason nodded. That too. Then we'll buy it, I said. With what? With patience, I replied. He smiled thin. You changed. Prison trained me. Into what? I looked ahead. A problem. Am I building? Mrs. Hart blocked the door. You're shaking, she said. I'm leaving. No, she replied. You're becoming. I frowned. She grabbed my face. Don't lose your soul. I already lost it, I whispered. Then steal it back, she snapped. I kissed her cheek. Thank you for seeing me. Make me proud, she ordered. Outside, Jason exhaled. I forgot what kindness looked like. So did I said. We walked into darkness. Not crying. Not breaking. Planning. No more begging. No more hoping. Only aim. My rage had direction now. And this time it would not miss. Excuse me, a voice said. I turned. Lena stood there. My chest didn't break. My hands didn't shake. She wore confidence like a dress. I think you dropped this, she said, holding my phone. Thanks, I replied quietly. She smiled. You're welcome. No spark. No storm. Just empty space inside me. Do I know you? She asked. I shook my head. I don't think so. We stood there, strangers again. She tilted her head. Funny. You look familiar. I get that a lot. She laughed. Must have one of those faces. Must be. You're calm, she said. I like it that way. Silence stretched. Uncomfortable for her. Comfortable for me. I'm Lena, she offered. I'm David, I said. Her eyebrow lifted slightly. Not what I expected. Disappointed? Curious, she corrected. Dangerous thing to be. I live dangerously, she smiled. I used to, I replied. She stepped closer. Can I buy you coffee? I already had one. Another won't kill you. I almost laughed. Fine, I said. We sat. She talked. I listened. So what do you do, David? She asked. I survive, I answered. Sounds lonely. Lonely sounds peaceful. She hesitated, then smiled again. You're different. So are you. Am I? Yes. In a good way? She asked. I don't judge ways anymore. She studied my face like I was a puzzle. You're hard to read. I learned that trick in bad places. She leaned in. I like mystery. I don't. Then why are you here with me? I met her eyes. Because I wanted to see if you were real. Her smile faltered just a breath. Real how? She asked. Human, I said. She laughed lightly. I am. That's debatable. Her eyes sharpened. You talk like you've been hurt. I talk like I've been awake, I replied. And I thought I was dangerous, she said, half teasing. You are, I said calmly. Her smile again. I like you. I don't feel the same. She blinked, surprised. You don't even know me, she said. I know enough. Then let me change your mind. People don't, I replied. Everything can, she insisted. Then everything fails eventually. She looked almost offended. That's a sad way to live. It's a safe one. She paused, eyes searching mine. Can I see you again? She asked softly. I almost answered yes. Almost. No, I said. Her mouth opened slightly. No, I'm not what you're looking for, I added. You don't get to decide that, she said. I already did. She sat back. You're the first man who's walked away from me. I stared at my cup. Then remember how it feels. Why? She asked. So you won't forget power has limits. Her jaw tightened. You sound cruel. I sound honest. She stood suddenly. You're wasted potential. I looked up. So are you. Her breath caught. I stood too. Goodbye, Lena, I said. She frowned. How do you know my name again? I froze for half a second, then smiled. Lucky guess. She studied my face, suspicious. You're lying. I do that, I said. She turned away sharply. I watched her walk out of my life again, this time by my choice. My phone vibrated. Jason's message. Did you see her? I typed back. Yes. What happened? I stared at her disappearing shadow. Nothing. Then I erased it, replaced it. Everything. I didn't look back. I didn't chase. I didn't hurt. I owned the silence where love used to live. And it finally listened. Send it, I told Jason. You're sure? He asked. Do it, I repeated. A pause. Then his voice. It's live. I leaned back and closed my eyes. Good. Jason exhaled hard. Mark's going to explode. I hope he chokes on it. The next morning, my phone wouldn't shut up. Unknown numbers. Private calls. Missed calls. Then her name appeared. Lena. I stared at it. I didn't answer. The phone rang again. And again. I put it face down. Jason texted. It's working. I replied. Talk. We met in a quiet diner. Jason slid his phone across the table. Watch. Mark stood on screen, red-faced, shouting into cameras. They're lies, he roared. I smiled faintly. He's scared. Jason nodded. Banks froze 3 accounts already. And the rest. Cracking. I leaned in. Good. My phone buzzed again. Her name again. Jason raised an eyebrow. You gonna answer? No. Why not? Because silence hurts more. Then a message came through. Please. Just talk to me. Another. I don't understand what's happening. Another. Mark is acting crazy. I locked my screen. Jason whispered. She sounds scared. Now she does, I said. That night, my phone rang until it died. I charged it. It rang again. I didn't pick up. In the morning, my voicemail overflowed. Her voice shook in everyone. David, please. I'm sorry. I loved you. Don't do this. I let them sit. Like rot. Jason called me. She's unraveling. Good, I replied. Mark's driver quit. Even better. His wife left. I smiled. Everyone leaves eventually. A knock on my door. I opened it. Detective Roland stood there. Did you miss me? I asked. He smirked faintly. I never left. I stepped aside. He sat. I knew she was dirty, he said. Not this dirty. I told you. You loved her, he countered. Past tense. He studied me. You're not doing anything illegal. I'm not doing anything at all, I replied. And yet, he said, everything is burning. Fires don't ask permission, I said. He nodded. Mark called me this morning. Begging, I asked. Threatening, he said. And he always was loud when afraid. I smiled. Roland leaned forward. You need to be careful. About what? I asked. About becoming him. I met his eyes. I'm not stealing. I'm returning. He stood. You're cold. I had a good teacher, I said. That night, her number came again. I answered. David, Lena gasped. Please. I stayed silent. I know you're there, she cried. Say something. I said nothing. Mark is different, she whispered. He's screaming. He's drinking. Nothing. I'm scared, she admitted. Good. I can't sleep, she said. I think someone's doing this to us. I finally spoke. Us. She froze. David. Funny word, I said softly. Her breath caught. David, where have you been? Watching, I replied. Please, she said. I made mistakes. You made a choice. I was afraid, she cried. So was I. I answered. Then forgive me, she begged. Silence stretched. Say something, she whispered. I hung up. Jason called immediately. You heartless? He asked. I'm finished, I said. Mark just boarded a private jet, Jason said. Running. He can't outrun truth, I replied. He's trying, Jason said. Let him. Minutes later, Jason called again. He was pulled off the plane. Why? I asked. Federal warrant. I closed my eyes. Jason laughed softly. It's done. Not yet, I replied. My phone rang. Lena again. I answered. He's gone, she sobbed. They took him. Good, I said. What did you do? She whispered. I smiled sadly. Nothing. You're lying, she said. I always was honest with you, I replied. No, she cried. You loved me. I sighed. I did. Then help me, she begged. No one helped me. I answered. Please. I paused. Goodbye, Lena. I ended the call. Jason texted moments later. Roland just confirmed it. Mark's finished. I replied. Then she is too. The room felt quiet. Clean. Empty. I stood at the window and watched the city breathe. My phone never rang again. And in that silence, I finally heard something new. Freedom. David. I stopped walking. I didn't turn. I know it's you, she said behind me. I sighed and faced her. Lena's eyes were red. Her hand shook. Say something, she begged. What do you want me to say? I asked calmly. Lie, she whispered. Tell me you're not him. You already know, I replied. She stepped back like I had slapped her. I didn't recognize you, she breathed. You looked empty. I said. She cried harder. I thought you were dead. I answered. She grabbed my jacket. I never meant it to go this far. You planned it, I said. I was scared, she sobbed. So was I replied. I didn't want to hurt you, she insisted. Then why did you destroy me? I asked quietly. She dropped to her knees. Because I didn't know how else to survive. I crossed my arms. You survived beautifully. I had no choice, she cried. You had many, I said. You chose the worst one. She looked at me like a child caught stealing. Mark controlled me, she whispered. You controlled me, I said. That's not fair, she said. Neither was prison, I replied. She flinched. You don't understand, she said. Then explain. I told her. I grew up hungry, she whispered. Cold. Invisible. I waited. Men like Mark save girls like me, she said. Or so I thought. By breaking others? I asked. She sobbed loudly. I didn't think I'd love you. That almost hurt. Almost. You learned how, I said. Just not when it mattered. I wanted to disappear with you, she cried. You disappeared alone, I replied. She stood suddenly. I can fix this. No, I said. Say you hate me, she demanded. Scream at me. I don't hate you, I said softly. She wiped her face. Then love me. I can't, I replied. Why? She screamed. Because the man who loved you died screaming your name, I said. She collapsed again. I didn't know, she whimpered. You didn't ask, I said. She reached for my hand. I stepped back. Please, she begged. I'll give everything back. Too late, I said. I'm nothing without you, she cried. I studied her. I was nothing with you, I replied. She shook her head wildly. Say you still feel something, she begged. I feel relief, I admitted. Her breath hitched. So, this is it, she whispered. Yes, I said. You're trying to walk away? She asked. I already did, I replied. She laughed weakly. You ruined me. You ruined yourself, I said. She screamed my name. I didn't answer. I walked. She ran ahead and stopped me again. One last thing, she said. What? Did you ever really love me? She asked. I paused. Yes, I said. Her face softened for a breath. Then I added, then you killed him. Her knees gave out. I turned away. She sobbed behind me. Loud, ugly, real. And I felt nothing. No pity, no guilt, no ache. Just quiet. Jason texted. Is she with you? I typed. No. Then erased. Then wrote. Not anymore. I pocketed the phone and kept walking. The street felt wide. Light. Clean. For the first time in years, the weight on my chest was gone. Her tears fell somewhere behind me. Not on me. Not anymore. I whispered one final thing without turning back. You aimed carefully. Then I disappeared into a future she would never touch. Mark's in custody, Jason said through the phone. It's real this time. I leaned against the window. Say it again. He's finished. I closed my eyes. Good. You don't sound happy, he added. I don't feel anything, I replied. That's worse. Maybe it's better, I said. Are you going to see her? He asked. No, I answered without thinking. She's losing everything, he said. I already lost mine, I replied. A knock came at my door. Kate stood there with keys in her hand. Ready? For what? I asked. For leaving, she said. You promised. I nodded slowly. Jason sighed on the line. Guess this is goodbye. Not forever, I said. Just far away. Take care of yourself, he replied. You earned that. I ended the call. Kate watched my face. You okay? I will be, I said. We packed quietly. No photos. No memories. Just clothes and clean space. When we reached the car, my phone buzzed. Lena. I stared at the name. Kate paused. Don't answer. I shook my head. I already did. I picked up. David, Lena whispered. They took him. I know, I replied. They're coming for me, she cried. They already did, I said calmly. What does that mean? She asked. It means we're done, I answered. Please, she begged. I'm nothing now. You were always something, I said. Just not what I believed. I loved you, she said. I know, I replied softly. Then why does this hurt so much? She asked. Because love doesn't forgive lies, I answered. I can't breathe, she sobbed. You learned that from me, I said. Help me, she pleaded. I closed my eyes. I already did. How? She asked desperately. By walking away, I replied. David, she cried, don't leave me like this. I didn't leave you like anything, I said. You built it. She screamed my name. I ended the call. Kate touched my shoulder. You okay? Yes, I said. Now I am. We drove. Miles passed in silence. Then Kate spoke. You saved yourself, she said. I tried to destroy myself first, I replied. She smiled slightly. You failed. Good, I said. We stopped at a gas station. An old TV flickered inside. The news headline read his name. Arrested. Charges pending. Everything exposed. Kate glanced at me. You did this quietly. I did nothing loudly. I corrected. She smiled. That's power. We stepped back into the car. You ever going to talk about her? She asked. Not tonight, I said. Tomorrow. Maybe never. That's okay, she replied. Some pages stay sealed. As the road stretched on, my chest felt lighter. Not empty. Clear. Kate drove and hummed softly. I watched the world slide past us. No chasing. No hiding. Just motion. I checked my phone. No new messages. No missed calls. No past. Kate glanced over. Regret. I thought about it. No, I said. Why not? She asked. Because regret keeps you living backward, I replied. She nodded. Can I tell you something? She asked. Anything, I said. She smiled. You're still kind. I frowned. No, I'm careful. That's just kindness with armor, she laughed. I almost smiled. When we reached the city limit sign, Kate slowed the car. Crossing a line, she said. I looked ahead. Good, I replied. We passed it. I leaned back. You didn't kill her, Kate said softly. No, I replied. Love did. She reached for my hand. I took it, not because I needed it, because I wanted it. I forgive her, I said suddenly. Kate blinked. Really? For me? I said. Not for her. I shook my head. Never for her. The sky darkened. Stars appeared like quiet witnesses. I whispered. Her kiss was more dangerous than a gun. Kate smiled. And you still survived. I squeezed her hand. Yes, I said. I did. And that was enough.